Okay, so this one we're going to be going over something called methods. So let's say I want to write a code that will add two values together. So find the sum of two values. Well, I can pretty much just write the code in here, like where I have x and then y and then I just add them together. But we can use a method which is more useful and more cleaner for us to work with. So a method usually goes in between the public class main and on top of the public static void main. So it'll just be like in this section. Uh, in Java, it honestly doesn't matter. You could put it like here or here. It doesn't matter. So like just not inside this box. Okay, it can be within the public static void main block, but it can go anywhere else. But in some programming languages, like in C, for example, it has to be before the here this block. Okay, so we're gonna be writing a method that will add two values up. So this is how we're gonna start. So we'll write system dot out dot print line, and let's name our method to be sum. Okay, so sum is gonna have two parameters that will pass through it. Okay, and so we'll put our method block in this section. Okay, so we'll put public class main. Okay, so yeah, so the main so the method and the main block, public static void main block, they're both going to be under the public class main block. Okay, so the method will start writing from here. So there'll be a modifier. The modifier we're going to be calling public static. Okay, remember it must be you must call it static. That way it can be inside this public class main block. Okay, if you don't include static, then you're going to run into an error. So it has to be public static. Then you add a return type. So your return type can be void, int, main. That's just what your method has to return. So void means that there is no return type. Okay, so uh, let's have a return type to be an int. Okay, so now the next part, we have to put in our method name. So our method name is going to be sum. So we're going to pass in sum here, and then since we're passing in two parameters, we have to put int x1 and int x2. Okay, so these two are going to be our two parameters. So in our sum, if we put in like 5 or 2, x1 will be 5, x2 will be 2. Okay, and then now our method is confined to this block here. Okay, so what we're just going to do is add our two values up. So we'll do return x1 plus x2. Okay, so if we put 5 and 2 to here, this one will be 5, this one will be 2. So 5 plus 2, that's just 7. So we will be returning in 7, and then we print out is 7. Okay, so that's a quick introduction to methods in Java.